If you thought that the economic news was crazy during the first half of 2022, just wait until we get to the second half. So many of the problems that we are experiencing now are going to continue to intensify, and Americans are becoming more pessimistic about economic conditions with each passing day. A whopping 85% of us believe that it is very likely or somewhat likely that the economy will go through a recession at some point during the next year. The truth is that if all we have to suffer through is a recession, we would be extremely fortunate. Our leaders have lost control of the economy, and many of us are extremely concerned about what is coming next. The following are 12 nightmarish economic trends that we should expect to see during the second half of 2022. Number 1, gas prices will continue to surge higher, and many Americans will be shocked by how high they eventually go. If you can believe it, in Washington state at least one gas station has now reprogrammed its gas pumps to make room for double-digit pricing. Supplies of fuel will continue to get even tighter in the months ahead. There's rumors that on the East Coast and in the middle of the country that diesel is now being rationed out. So far, there are no official news stories to verify it, but my suspicion is that it's not far off. Number 2, we are being warned that there could be extended blackouts in some parts of the nation during the summer months. It is being reported that the middle of the country is particularly at risk. Number 3, everyone pretty much agrees that food prices will continue to rise. Of course, they have already reached levels that are insane. I don't know about you, but I don't ever see myself paying $34 for an order of chicken wings. Number 4, as our supply chains endure even more stress, shortages will continue to intensify. The extreme baby formula shortage that we are witnessing right now is just a preview of coming attractions. Number 5, the United Nations is telling us that we are heading into the worst global food crisis since World War II. In some parts of Africa, the number of people suffering from extreme hunger has already more than doubled. Number 6, widespread hunger will almost certainly lead to more civil unrest. Recent events in Sri Lanka give us an indication of what may be coming. Number 7, the Federal Reserve is likely to continue to aggressively raise interest rates. Fed Chair Jerome Powell is openly admitting that his institution's battle against inflation could cause some pain in the months ahead. Number 8, higher interest rates will be devastating for the housing market in the United States. And that is very troubling news because home sales have already fallen for 3 months in a row. Number 9, defaults are likely to continue to rise higher. Just like we saw right before the last financial crisis, defaults on subprime loans are starting to surge. Number 10, as the economy slows down, we should expect layoffs to increase and jobless claims will eventually start to spike. We just learned that they have now hit a 4-month high. Number 11, needless to say, all of this bad economic news is going to be bad for stock prices. The S&P 500 has already nearly fallen into the bear market territory, and many believe that what we have witnessed so far is just the beginning. Number 12, many are warning that a recession is either already here or will arrive soon. And Americans are increasingly becoming more pessimistic about the economy. One survey that was recently conducted found that 85% of Americans believe that it is very likely or somewhat likely that there will be a recession at some point in the next year. The sort of historic economic meltdown that I have been warning about for years is rapidly approaching, and the mood of the nation will dramatically shift as conditions greatly deteriorate. Already, we are starting to see a tremendous amount of anger out there. Most Americans are working as hard as they can, but our standard of living is being systematically destroyed by the very foolish policies of our leaders. Unfortunately, we are still only in the very early chapters of this crisis. It looks like the second half of this year will be even more challenging than the first half, and that is going to have enormous implications for all of us. Be of good courage, however. We knew that there would be a major turning point for all of humanity at some point. Today is the day you can count your blessings and thank the good Lord above for his provision in times of uncertainty. The number one thing you can do is to make sure to get your house in order, and I am not just talking about getting out of debt, food preps, or getting your weight up. I am talking about turning to the Lord and putting your life in his hands. Watch him move in ways you never imagined. Remember, hold fast and stay prayed up.